Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Wine O'Clock. We are here to get your goddamn weekend started. Right. Yeah, we are. And God, this feels good.
Yeah, it does feel good.
Hey,
It's
Bron,
great.
are you
It's
watching
Friday.
anything at the moment? What are you watching? What are you
Oh
up to?
my God, the 12.
Oh, you love the 12.
Binge. I
You
love
recommended
it.
that to me the other night.
Did you start it?
No, I haven't started yet.
Yeah, you never would.
No, because Binge plays up for me. It doesn't work for me.
Oh, do you need my account?
No, I've got an account. I get charged for it, but it doesn't work. So I've
Oh,
got
then
to
just
contact
delete it
support.
and just use my account.
All right, I will. Okay, that's done.
It's
Next question.
Yeah, I pay $18 a month, and I think I can use it on 2 devices. So
Oh,
you
okay,
can
I'll
do
have
one
it.
of-
I'll
you
have
can
it
do
then.
one of my
No, give it to me
devices.
then.
I'll save
If
my
you're so
password
smart.
now.
Okay,
Write it down.
I'm writing it down. You said, yep. It is, yep, hello.
The 12
Yep.
on Binge is so good. Okay, there's 2 seasons.
This
An
is Sam
Australian
Neill's in
drama,
it.
Sam
Yep.
Neill's in it. The first one was really good, but the second one
Heard in the
is
second series he's called
gripping.
Sam Standing Up. Sam Neill. Sam Standing Up. I'll just
Okay.
make a note to cancel that joke in the podcast episode.
Siri, delete that.
Siri, delete that.
Yeah, so I've been loving it. And so they release it only bit by bit. They release it only once a week. So I'm the finale's on Thursday.
Because no offense,
Well, yesterday. Whatever.
no offense, but you have great recommendations for things.
Oh, thanks.
Because you told me to watch Fake, and
wasn't
it
it?
is one of the greatest shows I've seen
Isn't
recently.
it?
Oh my God, it was
Fake.
so
Was
good
that
with Asher
Prime?
Ketty.
Paramount?
Yeah, I think it's on Paramount. Yeah,
Oh, it was
so good.
gripping.
Yeah,
was
David
gripping.
Wenham.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was
And
so good.
You were so uncomfortable, but you were you were totally on her side.
Yeah.
And she was like making bad decisions, but you understood why she was
Yeah,
making bad decisions.
yeah.
It was played so well by Asher Ketty
Yeah.
and David Wenham, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's so good.
And the mother, what's her name again? Heather something.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, she
Heather
was
something.
good.
She
I'm
was
going to look it up right now.
brilliant. I thought that was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
It's so good.
Guess what I'm rewatching?
What are you watching right now?
Mad Men.
I've never seen Mad Men.
Are you up your face or not?
And Charleston?
No.
Oh, no, Heather Mitchell.
Heather Mitchell.
Margot.
Brilliant.
She's great. Yeah,
One of
she's
the
so good.
best. One of the best actresses.
Of our generation.
Yes.
So it's Asher Ketty. I love Asher Ketty.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I don't think I've ever seen her do anything bad.
No,
And
she's fantastic.
played lots of different roles.
Such a good name as
really
well. When you
good.
say Asher Ketty, it's such a good name. Just
And I met her.
Did you?
Because I went to the
You did. That's why you
went to-
recommended it to me. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I can get it yet. And then I looked it up on Paramount right
I
then.
went to like the, I don't know, Q&A
Premiere?
for the show. Yeah.
So
it was
good.
amazing. It was a beautiful lunch. I literally don't know why I was
I've got a
there.
great story about a premiere to tell you in a second. But please, Asher Ketty. So you met her.
I
What
met
was she
her.
like?
I went over at the end. I didn't know what, because I was
I'm
like, I
such a
can't
big
just
fan of
go
her. I
over-
think she's
oh.
incredible. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I don't want to go over to her because there's lots of people and I still don't know why I'm here. Like, I don't know why.
Hey, you need to be more
don't know.
cocksure
Let
and
me
you need to
tell
be
you.
like, hey, I'm Brown. I'm Brown Lewis. Ever heard of my goddamn podcast?
Yeah, look it up.
It's called Work Hates. It's the only one I
I hate
have.
my job.
It's called I Hate My Job. That's the only one I have.
No, I was on a show recently, and when they
I know,
introduced
you
me,
told me about
they
this.
just introduced a co-host of You Two Drunk Aunties. I was
I love
like,
that so
"That's
much.
really nice."
I love that.
Yeah. So anyway, we're about to get inundated
Yeah.
with listeners. Was going to say to you, yes, at this premiere, and it was a Q&A with the director, the writer, Asher as well, and there were, what's 8 times 4?
8 times 4 is, I don't know.
Well, okay. What's 8 times 2? 16?
I think 30 something, 32.
Okay, we've got 32. 32
Siri,
people.
make that quicker when we had to
Yeah.
do
We're
that.
going to do this by ourselves, Siri?
Yeah, Siri,
We're gonna
come
have
on.
a third host if you just
Third host.
sit
We've got a
there.
producer, Siri.
Why are we giving you a third of the money?
I don't know. And I also don't know what the network we're giving them money as well. We need to leave the network.
Okay, 32 people. I was one of them. We're gonna
Doing
do
some
that
admin
anyway.
on the podcast today. We need to leave the network.
32 people. I was one
Yeah.
of them. Why? I literally don't know. There's famous people there everywhere I turn. All the actors from the show.
Yeah.
Heather Mitchell. I sat across from her. I went over to Asher at the end after about 15 wines, and I said to her, no, I'd only had about a couple.
Well, I did the same to David Wenham once.
Did
Kept
you?
calling him Diver Dan
Why?
because he played Diver Dan on Sea Change.
I've never watched it.
Oh, I just kept calling him, hey, Diver.
Do you know what I loved about Fake is that like he was,
That was a more interesting story than that. No offense, I hated that.
but he was this like shriveled old man.
Yeah.
And she was this like gorgeous,
Gorgeous.
like
Asher
beautifully
Ketty. It's Asher
aged,
Ketty.
early 40s.
God, she looks good.
Woman. God,
Yeah.
she looks incredible.
Her and Claudia Carvin. It's like,
Yeah.
can you age a little bit? No, you can't. And every time you age, you look more and more beautiful.
Exactly. More and more beautiful. And so
Like Fiona Lachlan.
And I just thought it was a really accurate representation of how low a standard women have to have these days, because we just have to look beautiful forever and men just have to seem confident.
Thank you for saying that, and that's actually true.
So I'm actually fed up.
If you have a letter, Bron just is squeezing my arm so hard. She's squeezing my arm so hard.
Because he's just confident on it.
He's confident.
It's not even really impressive.
A
little bit.
He wasn't really that impressive. And he was kind of leathery face.
Oh, the wrinkles.
Yeah, the wrinkles on it, for God's sake. I love Ashiketi, but you are really good at recommendations.
Thanks.
This is my story that I want to tell you today.
Okay.
I went to a premiere event, and I have to be very careful what I say here, right?
Finding Nemo.
I went to a wonderful film called Finding Nemo, and the person who played Dory was a real asshole.
Very forgetful.
Very forgetful, though. Very funny. Have you seen Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah.
That brother's so tall, so funny.
Oh, yeah. He is
That's another recommendation. Everybody Loves Raymond. But, yeah, so I went to this film event, and it was a very, very, very famous comedian that was in the film, right? But really famous.
Sure.
And I was
Rock.
going along. It was not Chris Rock.
Okay.
But
I
was
the last
very
guess.
it's the
Sorry
last
about
guess. That's
that.
the only guess I have. But I was really excited about it. This comedian was my favourite comedian growing up. Like my favourite comedian. I couldn't believe they were in the same room.
Australian or American?
English. And I was like, oh my God.
What language do they speak there?
England. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think it's American English they speak there. But I was so excited, right? And took a good friend of mine who fell asleep in the film. It was just a terrible film. And
the movie was bad. The comedian was great, and you were excited to be there.
Very
I am
excited.
following.
Right. And so the comedian is staring at my friend asleep in the Q&A. And I'm there kind of waking up my friend. You'll laugh when you find out who all these people are.
And the person who was asleep, are they pissed? Or
No.
are they're just tired and they're fed up with
You'll
the
know
movie?
exactly who I mean when I say who
Okay.
it is after. Anyway, so they're asleep, just bored, and then we finally...
I'd do that.
So the whole thing, Q&A, there's about 1,000 people there. Blah, 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 blah. I go to the drinks after, and I get
Leave your
invited
friend
with
asleep on the lounge.
Pardon?
Leave your friend asleep.
He's still there to this day. And so I go to the Q&A thing, and then after there's drinks, right, for about 20 people. I'm one of the 20 people, right? And I've got my friend with me, and my friend is there. The comedian comes downstairs. They're about to get on a flight. So they were in Australia for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. They are about to get a flight to New York, right? And they come downstairs before, and they're staring at my friend. Everyone's having conversations, and they are staring at my friend. And I'm just going, oh my God, this is so awkward.
Gotta go, yeah.
And there's all these TV screens around, and there's a baseball game being played on the TV, and it's South Melbourne.
Hardly a flash premiere there, isn't it?
This is in like
Pub
the
afterwards.
the hotel bit downstairs, right? There's all these TVs, and I'm going, why is baseball playing? This is really odd for a South Melbourne place, right?
Yeah, sure.
And it's not like a sports place. Like, it's just really weird, right? So all these screens that have been bought in, and they're playing baseball. And I'm like, this is really weird. It should be like stuff from the film. I don't really understand why this is playing. And the really famous comedian, walks over to the table and goes, you see that stadium there? And my friend goes, yeah. And they go, I sold that out 6 times last year. And my friend goes, cool. Okay. And then I went, I really like the documentary that was made about you. It's the reason that I made a documentary about a comedian. Oh. And they go, okay. And then walked off.
Oh my God.
And after it, I was
just
like, fuck, so weird, right? So then they had to get on an international flight.
Did your friend who was asleep know what that was about?
So I went up to the bar after it, and I went to the bartender. I was like, why are you playing baseball games here? And they said, oh, well, they called from the room and asked us to bring them in and play the baseball game. So they had been so calculated when they saw them and just went, I need to get back. I need to get some sort of credibility back. And
from the guy who was asleep.
Yeah.
Did they know who the guy who was asleep was?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. It was so like, I love that calculation to go, I am going to get them back because I'm so fucking big and I'm going to come down. And I was like, oh, this is really disappointing for someone so big.
Yeah, as if you care. People fall asleep all the time.
They do, and who gives a shit? Hey, Chooks, why don't you leave a 5-star rating for us, 5-star review? We'd love to read out your reviews on this goddamn podcast.
And we might fall asleep during that.
And we might.
You won't know.
Watch it on the youtube.com if you can. Hey, Chooks, we love you so much.
Love you so much, Chookies. Happy
See
weekend.
you next week. Happy Friday.